Okay, I'd like to welcome everybody to this afternoon's Town Board Work Session, Tuesday, November 12th, 2024. I'm going to ask everybody to please rise for a Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, we're going to have a couple of items. We're going to go through our town board items and potential consent agenda. We also have an executive session to discuss contract negotiations, deal with current litigation, and talk about specific people and potential hiring for deputy attorney positions. Yeah, so there are two board members out this evening. One of them was it's a personal issue, personal reason. The other one, Deputy Supervisor Lavins, actually was called up, for military regarding, I think, debriefing of his recent efforts in North Carolina. So we're going to go through a potential consent agenda this evening. First, we will have a couple of public hearings tonight. The first is on the Audubon Community stop sign installations. The second is on parking restrictions on local roadways surrounding Royal Park. The third is a special use permit for Tier 3 solar energy system at 1050 New Road. And the last is Resolution 774, the local law amending Chapter 204 for subdivision regulations. While we might close the last, I don't expect to vote on that until December. Probably December 2nd. We have a couple items under development review actions, the seeker determination on South Linden, and the adoption of resolution on the bicentennial comp plan, also on South Linden. All right. For our agenda items, Councilman Zuccalli of Knox upgrades and fire investigation equipment.
Yes, please.
Any reason not to adopt that via consent? Okay. Resolution 903 is the BNHV MOU. It was published last time we tried to do this. It has been published. Everybody's had a chance to review it. Are there any questions about it? Obviously, it replaces one that featured them at Central Park. Any questions regarding that or a reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 904 is an amended and restated land lease agreement with Upstate Cellular Company, LLC, CRS 5156. Any questions regarding the resolution? Any reason to withhold it from consent? We are glad to have that tower moving forward, especially the one out in up on the Nike base that will house a replacement for our in-town communications equipment and hopefully solve a major dead spot for us. Resolution 905 is the authority to commence surplus money proceeding for 935 Casey Road. Any questions regarding that authority? Any reason not to grant that via consent? Resolution 906 is the issuance of highway work permit, CRS 5151. Any questions regarding that issuance? Any reason not to issue that via consent? Now, this is
the suspension. It's the same thing.
Is there a change in the language? I'm confused by. Okay, so we don't have a suspension item tonight. Resolution 907 is to approve a contract for VSP Graphic Group, CRS 5136. Any questions regarding that approval? Any reason not to grant that approval via consent? Resolution 908 are budget transfers and amendments. Any questions about those? Any reason not to authorize those via consent? Resolution 909 is an award of bid 2024042 stainless steel dump bodies, CRS 5148. Any question regarding those? Any reason to withhold that from consent? Resolution 910 is an award of OGS mini bid 2024048 Ford Bronco for Facilities Department, CRS 5153. Any questions regarding the resolution? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 911 is a short-term extension for bid 2028 truck heavy equipment parts and repair, CRS 5158, 5159, 5160, 5161, 5162, and 5163. Any questions regarding the resolution of the extension? Any reason to not authorize that extension via consent? Resolution 912 is Brenda Walk Court Reporting Services, CRS ID 5119. Any questions regarding the appointment or the continuation of contract? Any reason to withhold that from consent? Resolution 913 is Elizabeth Jernigan Court Reporting Services, CRS 5120. Any questions regarding that contract? Any reason to withhold its authorization via consent? Resolution 914 is a proposal for installation of 7 fire hydrants, 4300 Millersport Highway, SP 2022-03_A, Town of Amherst, job number 2005.114A. Any questions regarding that resolution or that proposal? Any reason not to authorize it via consent? Resolution 915 is a change order number 1, SU for Louis Del Prince and Sons Incorporated, Royal Park Sports Complex, Town of Amherst, job 2019.00055 CRS 5100. Any questions regarding the resolution? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 916 is an award of bid for Audubon Golf Course Driving Range Netting Improvement, Town of Amherst, job number 2000.085I. Any questions regarding the resolution? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 917 is Maple Road, CR 192 and North Bailey Avenue intersection reconfiguration resolution authorizing the supervisor to sign a federal aid local agreement, project agreement, PIN 5765.23, New York State Comptroller's Contract D041556, Town of Amherst, job number 2024.016A, CRS ID 5102. Any questions regarding that authorization? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 918 is to authorize the supervisor to sign a contract with VCS, Visual Computer Solutions Incorporated, CRS 5143. Any questions regarding the resolution? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 919 is an extended sick leave of absence without pay for the Highway Department. Any reason not to grant that via consent? Resolution 920 is a clerk part-time for contract compliance. Any questions regarding the appointment? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 921 is a recreation attendant, part-time youth and recreation, 4 positions. Any questions regarding the appointments? Any reason to withhold them from consent? Resolution 922 is a recreation attendant, part-time youth and recreation, 2 positions. Any questions regarding those appointments? Any reason to withhold them from consent? Resolution 923 is the Amherst Police Club Incorporated Collective Bargaining Agreement 2025 to 2028. Any questions regarding the bargaining agreement? Any reason to withhold its adoption from consent? Resolution 924 is to authorize the supervisor to sign a contract with a planning consultant to populate pro-housing community spreadsheets on Amherst zoning districts. Any questions with regard to that contract?
Right.
Sure, Dan.
There's a CRS number that should be attached attached to that. I have a number.
Okay.
Tim, I don't, did you got a copy of it? So it's just, the number is 5176. The CRS number should go up.
Okay. Anybody feel that we couldn't do that via
It's a
Scrivener?
Scrivener's error.
Okay. With that Scrivener's adjustment, any reason not to authorize the contract? Resolution 925 is training and travel request for logical latent analysis training. Any questions regarding the resolution? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 926 is Digital Surveillance Solutions, DSS, CRS 5155, camera installation at Northwest Community Center and Amherst Police Department Headquarters server replacement. Any questions regarding the resolution? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 927 is Jill Bronski, CRS 5138. Any questions regarding the contract? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 928, Celine Danielson, CRS 5139. Any questions regarding that instructor contract? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 929 is Ferguson Electric Incorporated WPCF Electrical Upgrades Phase 4, out of project number 2017.002C. Any questions regarding the resolution? Any reason to withhold its approval from consent? Resolution 930 is emergency purchase payment authorization for Ranch Cryogenics Incorporated, CRS 5152. Any questions regarding that resolution? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 931 is a change order number 1 for waste pollution or waste treatment plants, building number 7, vertical turbine pump VFDS procurement contract with town project number 2022.002F, CRS 5154. Any questions regarding the resolution? Any reason to withhold that from consent? Resolution 932 is an increase of stormwater inspection permit fees, Town of Amherst job number 2022.02112. I'm going to repeat that. Job number 2022.012. Any questions regarding the increase? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 933 is a memorandum of understanding for the holiday market, CRS 5157. Any questions regarding that? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 934 is a request to purchase using T account funds. Any questions regarding that request? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 935 is a budget transfer. Questions regarding the transfer? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 936 is the creation of a Facebook account to be administered by the Amherst Youth and Recreation Department. Any questions regarding the creation of that account? Any reason to withhold it from consent?
Hang on a minute.
What?
Mary Di? I thought this was still on hold. Okay.
If you want to withdraw, that's fine.
No, we can approve it and then we'll discuss it Tuesday at the meeting.
Good. And so with that said, any questions regarding its authorization on consent? Okay. Communication 90 is a communication from a resident received by Councilmember Marinucci regarding Committee on Disabilities. I recommend we receive this. And what do you want me to do with this one?
I would refer it to the attorney's office,
I was going to stop there.
Just refer to the
Yeah.
attorney's office. Any reason not to do that via consent? Communication 91 is a notice of claim for Taylor Cerrito versus Town of Amherst. I recommend we receive this. Refer to the town attorney's office. Any reason not to do that via consent? Communication 92 is a notice of claim for New York Central Mutual Fire Insurance Company, ASO, Thomas F. Bly and Maureen L. Bly versus Town of Amherst. Recommend we receive this, refer to the town attorney. Any reason not to do that via consent? And Communication 93 is a summons and complaint for MidFirst Bank versus Town of Amherst et al. Recommend we receive this and refer to the town attorney as well. Any reason not to do that via consent? If you're a student here in the audience, what consent agenda refers to is if, in this case, all three of us plan to vote in favor of a resolution this evening, we'll simply move all of the resolutions under a single resolution called a consent agenda. With that, we have an executive session to adjourn to, and that'll conclude our work session. The executive session has to do with the next batch of contract negotiations for land acquisition, current litigation update, and personnel, specifically to specific individuals regarding hiring of deputy town attorney positions. I will motion to adjourn to executive session at this time.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.